5 dating mistakes women over 60 make and must avoid. Dating after 60 can feel exciting, but it's also full of hidden traps most women don't see coming. Many think they are safe because they've lived a long, careful life, yet one wrong move can cost more than heartbreak. It can drain confidence, trust, and even savings. From trusting the wrong online profile to rushing into emotional intimacy, these mistakes creep in quietly, making you vulnerable. That's why at Seniors Wellbeing, we focus on exposing the habits, choices, and situations women over 60 must avoid to protect their happiness and security. One misstep can undo years of self-care, emotional growth, and financial planning. Don't let it happen to you. Hit like, share, and subscribe now, because every warning here could safeguard your heart and your future. Understanding these mistakes early is the first step to dating safely and confidently. Your golden years deserve protection, joy, and smart choices. Meet Marigold Price, 67, a retired nurse from Florida. She's always been independent, caring, and cautious, yet navigating the dating world after 60 proved trickier than she expected. A trusting heart and desire for companionship led her to share too much too soon with the wrong person, leaving her embarrassed and cautious. Marigold's story shows how even wise, experienced women can fall into common dating traps if they aren't careful. Mistake 1. Trusting someone too quickly online. One of the biggest dating mistakes women over 60 make is trusting someone too quickly, especially on online platforms. It feels natural to want connection after years of independence, and the charm of a new companion can be intoxicating. But scammers and emotionally manipulative individuals often target seniors because they know loneliness can cloud judgment. Profiles look perfect, messages are carefully crafted, and the person may even mention personal details that make them seem genuine. Hints of shared interests or past experiences create a false sense of familiarity and safety. Marigold learned this the hard way. She met a man on a dating site who seemed charming, attentive, and genuinely interested. Within a few days, he was asking personal questions and trying to build an emotional bond fast. He hinted at financial struggles, subtly suggesting she could help him temporarily, but she hesitated. Many seniors don't realize how quickly manipulative people can exploit trust online, making it easy to hand over sensitive information or even money. The danger isn't just emotional, it can be financial, especially if the scammer asks for bank details, money transfers, or gifts under the guise of emergencies. Even seemingly harmless interactions, like sharing a phone number or home address too early, can open the door to serious risks. Scammers track details carefully, and once they know a senior is lonely and trusting, it becomes easier to manipulate or deceive. The key problem is speed. Moving too quickly, without verifying the person's authenticity, is where most women get trapped. Have you seen someone fall for a fast-moving online romance? Share your story in the comments, it could help another senior avoid heartbreak. And before we reveal the next mistake, remember, the danger isn't always obvious, and sometimes the person who seems safest can be hiding serious red flags. Mistake 2. Ignoring financial red flags in a partner. For women over 60, emotional connection can sometimes overshadow caution, and one of the riskiest mistakes is ignoring financial warning signs in a partner. It's easy to be swept up in romance, especially after years of independence or the loss of a spouse, but failing to notice red flags can lead to serious financial harm. These red flags aren't always blatant. They might appear as small requests for money, vague stories about debts, or repeated hints about needing help for emergencies. Over time, these innocent requests can escalate, draining savings or creating hidden obligations. Marigold discovered this when she began seeing a man she met through a local senior group. He was charming, shared many interests, and seemed genuinely caring, but he started mentioning financial troubles almost immediately. At first, she brushed it off as casual conversation, thinking it was normal to be open in a new relationship. Weeks later, he hinted at needing money for bills and temporary emergencies. Many seniors make the same mistake. Wanting to help, they overlook warning signs because they don't want to appear uncaring or distrustful. The danger grows because scammers or manipulative partners often test boundaries slowly. They may ask for small amounts first, then gradually request more, gauging whether their target is willing to comply. Seniors may also feel pressured emotionally, believing that helping financially proves love or commitment. Marigold realized the relationship was draining her both emotionally and financially, but by noticing these red flags early, she avoided giving away her savings. Have you ever noticed subtle financial manipulation in someone dating a senior? Comment below. It might help another woman see the warning signs. And while emotional caution is important, the next mistake is even more subtle. It hides in everyday interactions, where loneliness can cloud judgment and make boundaries easy to cross. Mistake 3. Letting loneliness cloud judgment. Loneliness is one of the most powerful emotions seniors face, and letting it guide decisions can lead to serious dating mistakes. Women over 60 often crave companionship, conversation, and connection, and this desire is completely natural. However, when loneliness takes the lead, it can cloud judgment, causing someone to overlook warning signs, ignore red flags, or move too quickly into a relationship that isn't healthy. Emotional needs are strong, but they must be balanced with caution, especially in new dating situations. Marigold felt this firsthand. After retiring, she spent long evenings alone in her Florida home, scrolling through dating apps and local social groups. She met someone who seemed perfect on paper, kind, attentive to her interests. Because she was eager for companionship, she overlooked subtle signs. He frequently cancelled plans, gave vague answers about his past relationships, and occasionally pressured her for personal details. Many seniors fall into the same trap, mistaking attention and flattery for genuine care. Loneliness makes it easy to rationalize questionable behavior, convincing yourself that it's normal or that your emotional needs justify overlooking problems. This mistake isn't just emotional, it can become financial or even physical if caution is ignored. Loneliness can make a senior more likely to share private information, invite someone into their home too soon, or agree to financial favors they wouldn't normally consider. Marigold learned the importance of pacing herself, setting clear boundaries, and trusting instincts over desperation. Recognizing when loneliness is influencing decisions is crucial for protecting both emotional and financial well-being. Have you ever seen a senior rush into a relationship because they felt lonely? Share your experience in the comments. Your insight could help someone avoid this subtle but dangerous mistake. And before we move to the next point, keep in mind, emotional vulnerability is natural, but unchecked, it's where many women make costly errors in dating after 60. Mistake 4. Rushing into emotional intimacy. Another common mistake women over 60 make is rushing into emotional intimacy before truly knowing their partner. After years of experience, it's tempting to think you can read people quickly, but even wise seniors can be misled by charm, attention, or shared interests. When emotions move faster than caution, it's easy to overlook inconsistencies, hidden agendas, or small but significant red flags that only appear over time. Emotional intimacy too soon can make it difficult to recognize manipulation or dishonesty, leaving women vulnerable to heartbreak or even financial exploitation. Marigold experienced this herself. She met a man at a local community event who shared her love of gardening and volunteering. Within a few weeks, she felt deeply connected, sharing personal stories, family details, and even financial concerns. Because she allowed the relationship to develop too quickly, she ignored warning signs like unexplained absences, vague stories about past relationships, and subtle pressures to share sensitive information. Many seniors fall into the same trap, believing that deep emotional connection must be immediate and that hesitation signals a lack of interest. Rushing emotional intimacy can also blur boundaries. Seniors may find themselves sharing passwords, bank details, or personal schedules, believing it's part of building trust. Once shared, this information can be misused, intentionally or accidentally, leaving women exposed to scams, identity theft, or financial loss. The key lesson Marigold learned is patience. True connection builds over time, and maintaining boundaries early prevents regrets later. Have you ever seen a friend or family member move too quickly in a new relationship? Comment below. Your story could help another woman recognize the importance of pacing herself. And before we reveal the final mistake, remember, genuine love takes time, and safeguarding your heart and security is always the priority. Mistake 5. Overlooking subtle manipulations or love scams. The final and perhaps most dangerous mistake women over 60 make is overlooking subtle manipulations or falling for love scams. These situations often start small and seem harmless at first, a compliment, a favor, or a minor request, but they can quickly escalate into emotional or financial exploitation. Scammers and manipulative partners are highly skilled at identifying vulnerabilities, especially in seniors seeking companionship, and they often operate with charm, patience, and careful planning. Ignoring warning signs, rationalizing suspicious behavior, or trusting too quickly can turn a promising relationship into a source of serious risk. Marigold's story provides a cautionary example. After meeting someone online, she noticed small inconsistencies in his stories, occasional requests for money to cover unexpected emergencies, and subtle emotional pressures to act quickly. At first, she rationalized these behaviors, thinking everyone has minor struggles or that she was being overly cautious. Many seniors fall into the same trap, believing that age protects them from deception. Unfortunately, scammers specifically target women over 60 because they are often trusting and seeking companionship. These manipulations can be emotional, financial, or both. Seniors may be encouraged to share bank account details, send gifts, or even co-sign financial documents under the guise of trust or love. Marigold realized early signs of manipulation and set firm boundaries, ultimately ending the relationship before any serious damage occurred. Recognizing subtle tactics, questioning unusual requests, and maintaining healthy skepticism are essential for safe dating at any age. Have you ever seen subtle manipulation in a senior's relationship? Share your experience in the comments. Your insight could help another woman protect her heart and finances. Avoiding these hidden traps ensures that dating after 60 remains joyful, safe, and empowering. By avoiding these mistakes, Marigold regained confidence, set firm boundaries, and learned how to protect both her heart and finances. She now enjoys safe, fulfilling companionship without compromising her well-being or peace of mind. Remember, patience, caution, and awareness are essential in every new relationship. Always trust your instincts, question unusual requests, and never ignore red flags. If you found this video helpful, hit like, share, and subscribe to Senior's Wellbeing for more guidance on navigating life safely, confidently, and happily after 60. Your golden years deserve protection, joy, and smart choices.